half guard. Same situation. I kind of want to control your hips. I can hold the belt. But the key here is like, this is the frame here, like this. I'm going 4 fingers in. And it's real important that the detail with this, it's not your palm, it's your fist. Because I need some flexation in my wrist. I gotta make it like if I'm doing a push-up on my wrist. I can't have any, or on my fist, I cannot have any bend in my hand. And in the beginning, I always tell people, be mindful of the bottom person's frame. But the idea here is I make this grip, and the hand is never close to the collarbone or neck. And when you first do this, you may be a little loose, you may be a little too tight. I can't tell you exactly where to put this. You'll find the sweet spot. But all I'm doing here is I'm gonna bring my hip and my upper body forward. I'm gonna fall right in front of my partner, but a little bit ahead of him. My head and shoulders will be past his. And when I do that, my elbow opens up. Like this. I'm gonna clear your hand just for now. Like this. And I wanna hold on to the half guard position. Your head can be flat on the mat as long as I have this bite with the collar. Because I'm holding this way, very hard for you to turn this way. You start to lift the other way, my hand punches through. And then all we're doing is I pull this hand, the framing hand, extends, driving your neck into the choke. I'll hold this, the job here is, this is more of a commitment to staying inside the half guard. So you'll see your knees underneath me, I kind of stay tight. The closer I am, the better. But all I'm doing from here is when I drop, see, your hip is stuck. You can be on your side, but all we're looking to do is for our partner to get his head up. So I can, yes, see, I can insist, but generally speaking, especially if this arm is clear and we're here, and keep your elbow close to the neck because there's only one way you can really go. And start going away from, yeah, see, then my hand goes in and we just punch. I'll have you switch. Think of it like this. We get in here. Maybe you got a guy who wants to play deep half and shoot under. Your elbows just here for now. See? Like that. And then all you're doing, you open and jump like that. And from here, keep the half guard. If I lift, yeah, see? You just punch through. You can insist on it too. You can just start pulling on the neck and then bringing your hand through. But I feel like the real power here, like this efficiency, is you're controlling my hip. My arm is free. I can't go this way without choking myself, but if I lift my head even a little bit, the choke goes in.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a loop choke, half guard, but instead of the top, the deception is that we're controlling the bottom lapel.
And I suppose when we come down and monitor you, if I feel like I've lost it, we can pop back up and shoot back into our path.
It's always, that's the beauty of all these chokes, the pass is always sitting there if the opponent starts to defend.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so it's just hitting from a different angle.
Yeah.
So the other one I really like, one of my favorites in here, we use the lapel. We're gonna clear your knee shield, cross face, drop. And this is a really great way of breaking down how in jiu-jitsu we create scenarios where you have to make a choice. So I'm gonna grab your lapel and my thumb goes right at the end of the fabric. And for this variation, I wanna pass this to this hand in front of your arm. See, I'm not trying to trap this way. I'm going this way. And once I secure this, you'll notice there's a little loop. I don't pay any attention to it because most of the time when you do this, they're gonna have some defense. So now I wanna work on your knee and start advancing. Yeah, see, as soon as your hand drops, I weave and then lock. And then this is just extension. And the thing that I like about this is, should you be powerful enough to put me on my back, I just hold the choke. Because I can push you away, but if you lift your head, you see, it's like, you lock yourself in. Here, pull that out, thumb on the end, then you pass it to that hand, and I just tell the students, just notice, monitor that little loop. And in the beginning, you can actually just practice the choke a couple of times so you see the entry. That, see? But now, when you do that, of course, I'm gonna be here. And then keep it. I try to get away from you. It's nuts. Yeah, see? So, this is what I really like about this is how do you draw the person's defense? How do you get them to open up? We create these really interesting scenarios in this position where by staying in the half guard, I don't have to worry about you moving. Kind of stabilize the position. Once I start doing this, if you move, I take my leg out and I pass. You're gonna stay in the pocket. And as soon as you make that loop, right away they're already thinking choke. Hands come up. So the choke is not accessible until I start going for the mount. And honestly, I don't care if you trap my foot, that's 3/4 mount. That's a whole nother video. But the minute that hand drops, we go in. And once it's in, lock the half guard. You don't need to be square over your opponent, you just need to have your hips close.
And it's a small investment, right? It's a small investment, not much risk.
So that's another one, another nice one I like to do from there. And then, what else did we do? We did 3, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't do this one, but you sit up. Just like we did no gi, but instead of locking my hands together, I grab your lapel, 4 fingers in. Now all I'm doing is I'm hooking your leg. So it's very difficult for you to come up on me now. See, I keep the hook. Then all I'm doing is stall.
So easy, so good.
That's it. There's no need to connect. Just as soon as they underhook. This is just as, the hook on the leg is just as important as the grip. Because as long as this is an underhook on your leg, you cannot turn your hips over and put me on my back. See, and it's just like a wall. Now I just want to draw the hand in, and then I sprawl and lower my chest. These are the dangers. When you half guard, like you can have an aggressive half guard, but you got to be mindful of your head positioning. See? You just drop, lower your hips, sprawl. Yes.
I feel like you could grab your own.
Yes. Yeah.
You could as well.
100%. 100%. Whatever you have more, whatever affords you more volume.
Yeah.
You know, but that's a quick. And I like this because of the fabric. There's no need to connect the hands. You don't even need a chin strap. Just that. But it's the pressure of the hips and opening the knees away.
Nice. Keeps the pressure. It's good.